Good afternoon on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And this afternoon, this morning I did mediocre's puncher. You've probably seen that. If you haven't, go and have a look. This afternoon I'm looking at getting rid of the rear foot pegs. Obviously this side they form part of the exhaust hanger, and I was going to bring a bracket straight off the suspension straight down, so move this along, line it all up and hold it on there, but that would have that forward and backward flex. Wouldn't be much, but what I've found is there's no, let's take that off from that, there's no other bracketry holding the exhaust on apart from the headers. So if I was to put a bracket there, this is what I think anyway, I think if I was to put a bracket there, it would allow that slight movement which could start to crack the headers or whatever. Shouldn't do, I mean it's all held in place, but there is that chance. So what I'm going for is P-clip, stainless steel P-clip, underneath, bolted onto the, let's put some light on the subject, if I knew where the switch was, there it is, onto where the centre stand would bolt on. So then that would take the weight and stop some of that left and right movement, and this would just stop it as well. That would stop a bit of it, this would stop a bit of it, between them they'd stop all of it. Is the theory. Unfortunately there is a screw thread under here, but it goes straight down onto the exhaust, so I can't utilise that. So the next best thing was the centre stand hole. So I've got a P-clip, that's got to come round. It's the closest diameter I could get, so it will come round and bolt to itself, and then that will leave me a top hole which will bolt to the centre stand hole. Is the theory behind it. How it looks afterwards, I don't think it'd be too bad. It is just like a small exhaust, what are they called? Exhaust Jubilee clip, exhaust clamp, there you go, exhaust clamp. It's just like a thin version of an exhaust clamp, so I don't think it's going to be very noticeable, but structurally it should hang on to the exhaust quite nicely. So that's what I'm up to, that's what I'm going to do. And then, as I say, I can get rid of these rear foot pegs, and then whatever I'm doing with these shocks I will do with these shocks, and end up with a bracket straight down here to hold the exhaust. That's the theory. Anyway, I'm going to get on with it. Right, drill that, and I can bolt that on, and then find where I'm going to go. Here's the next bit. Yeah, try and drill that. Well, I say try. Get it drilled. No options. Right, hopefully this will hold it. Okay, there wasn't much of a dot punch. Oh, let's try that again. Go old school. So that's that drilled. It's long enough, isn't it? I'll hold it together. Okay, a bit measuring how long I want it, and then cut it off. Just throw that down there then. Like I normally do, I have to throw something on the floor. It's very nice. Okay, some more drilling. Don't need this top hole. Don't need this top hole. Drill hole through that, and we should be somewhere very close. Okay. That's the holes drilled. Put that away. Alright, just chop that top section of bracket off. I don't need that. A bit like that. Now I can do away with the vice. And another 6mm bolt. Let's just see how long that wants to be. I'll just take a quick measurement. Okay, so I've had a measure up and it's about there. A bit like that. All works rather nice. Where's the nylock? Yeah, nylock goes on there beautifully. So I think I'm sort of ready to stick this wondrous bracket on the motorbike. Stop off and get some spanners. Okay, that don't look too terrible. It's definitely on there. And as I say, it just looks like a small exhaust clamp. Hopefully it will discolour. But what it means is now the exhaust is held here. So that is load bearing. This will be load bearing. Between the two of them should stop any left or right movement, which could potentially start cracking the heads. I think I'm overthinking it, being this is a stainless steel system. and it would take a lot to move that, to bend that, but then when it's hot there's a chance of it. Yeah, that works well. Get down. Why don't you? Oh. Oh, there you go. Definitely works. Cool. Right, so as I say, I want to put a thin strip up there just to be load bearing on this clamp here, and then I can take this whole rear footrest away because it's a single seat, I don't need them, and it opens up this section quite nicely, I believe.